Fox News first, Uranium One deal Clinton scandal could get special counsel developing now. Tuesday, November 14, 2017. Attorney General Sessions leaves door open to special counsel in Uranium One deal Clinton Foundation scandal. Donald Trump Jr. confirms he communicated with WikiLeaks before the 2016 presidential election. New pressure on Republican Iowa Senate candidate Roy Moore to drop out of the race after fifth woman accuses him of sexual misconduct. President Trump wraps up Asia trip. Sean Hannity urges supporters to stop protesting Keurig coffee makers after the company pulled ads over Roy Moore sex scandal coverage. Tune in, don't miss Fox News Tax Cut Town Hall with House Speaker Paul Ryan, hosted by Bret Baier and Martha MacCallum today at 6:30 p.m. ET. As everyday Americans will have an opportunity to find out how tax reform could impact their daily lives. The lead story, Fox News exclusive. Attorney General Jeff Sessions directed senior federal prosecutors to evaluate certain issues requested by congressional Republicans, involving the sale of Uranium One and alleged unlawful dealings related to the Clinton Foundation, leaving the door open for an appointment of another special counsel. In a letter first obtained by Fox News, the Justice Department responded to July 27 and September 26 requests from House Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte, RVA, and other committee members, who called for the appointment of a special counsel to investigate the matters in question. The letter comes as Sessions is scheduled to testify before the House Judiciary Committee today. Donald Trump Jr. releases WikiLeaks communication. President Trump's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., has confirmed on Twitter that he corresponded with WikiLeaks before the 2016 presidential election. Trump Jr. released his entire dialogue with WikiLeaks in a series of tweets Monday night. WikiLeaks published thousands of emails hacked from the Democratic National Committee and Clinton campaign chairman Tony Podesta during the course of the presidential campaign. This is not the first time that Trump Jr.'s actions have been questioned amid the larger probe into Russian meddling and potential collusion with Trump campaign associates in the 2016 presidential election. In June 2016, he accepted a now highly scrutinized meeting with Russian attorney Natalia Veselnitskaya, after he allegedly was promised dirt on Hillary Clinton. GOP pressure on Moore mounts. A growing number of national Republican leaders have pulled their support for Alabama GOP Senate candidate Roy Moore in the wake of allegations claiming he had inappropriate sexual contact with teenage girls. On Monday, a fifth woman, Beverly Young Nelson, stepped forward and said Moore assaulted her in the late 1970s when she was a 16-year-old waitress and he was a 32-year-old lawyer. Moore called Nelson's claims absolutely false, saying, "I don't even know this woman, I don't know anything about her." Last week, The Washington Post reported that 4 women accused Moore of initiating sexual contact with them in the late 1970s and early 1980s. GOP politicians continued to come out against Moore's candidacy following Nelson's accusations, with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell calling for Moore to step aside in the Senate race against Democrat Doug Jones, and acknowledging the possibility of a write-in candidate. Other Republicans who called on Moore to drop out or rescinded their support included the following: Sens. John McCain, John Cornyn, Lindsey Graham, Richard Shelby and Ted Cruz. Trump's new rules. President Donald Trump says all countries that trade with the U.S. know that the rules have changed as he wrapped up his Asia tour. The United States has to be treated fairly and in a reciprocal fashion, Trump tweeted from Manila, the final stop before he arrives back in Washington later today. The massive trade deficits must go down quickly. This was a theme Trump stressed repeatedly throughout a nearly 2-week trip through Japan, South Korea, China, Vietnam and the Philippines and in one-on-one leaders of those nations. Hannity calls for ceasefire and Keurig protests. Fox News. Sean Hannity asked fans to quit smashing their Keurig coffee makers, after critics blasted the company for moving to pull its advertising from a show over his coverage of sexual assault accusations against U.S. Senate candidate Roy Moore. "Please stop smashing your Keurig coffee machines," Hannity said in his monologue Monday night, explaining that the coffee company was a victim in all of this. Conservatives took to social media over the weekend to post videos of themselves throwing out, or destroying, their Keurig machines after the company tweeted Saturday that it worked with our media partner and FOX News to stop our ad from airing during the Sean Hannity show. Hannity said the liberal group Media Matters for America was responsible for targeting his advertisers after critics took his comments out of context and said he seemed to defend Moore. As seen on Fox News. Redemption for Juanita? "I think In this situation, we're actually advancing. I think people are starting to believe and realize that I was truly sexually assaulted by Bill Clinton. We all have the right to be believed. I hope the Clintons get what's due to them. Juanita Broderick, who alleges President Clinton raped her in 1978, on the Ingraham angle, on the impact the sexual misconduct allegations against Roy Moore and several Hollywood figures may have on her story. Watch Foundation for Potential Menendez Appeal. This is really unprecedented. She did everything but name names. Judge Andrew Napolitano, on the Daily Briefing, reacting to the decision by a dismissed juror in the corruption trial of Sen. Robert Menendez to speak openly to the press prior to going on vacation. Watch Fox and Friends, 6 a.m. ET. Sen. Chuck Grassley sounds off on calls for a special counsel into the Obama-era Russia Uranium One deal. A double amputee veteran who ran 31 marathons in 31 days tells his inspiring story. And Newt Gingrich sizes up President Trump's Asia trip and new developments in the Uranium One controversy. America's election headquarters, Fox News tax cut town hall with House Speaker Paul Ryan, hosted by Bret Baier and Martha MacCallum, 6:30 p.m. ET. The Story with Martha MacCallum, 7 p.m. ET. Rep. Trey Gowdy takes on the possibility of a special counsel in the Uranium One deal and more. Tucker Carlson tonight, 8 p.m. ET. Tucker takes on Lansing, Mitch Mayor Bernero, who says the national anthem is battle hymn that promotes violence. On Fox Business Mornings with Maria, 6 a.m. ET. Senate Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley and House Oversight Committee Chair Trey Gowdy on the latest developments in the Uranium One Clinton Foundation investigation. Facebook co-founder Andrew McCallum on accusations that the social media giant's founding fathers knew about its potential harmful effects. Varney and Company, 9 a.m. ET. Seinfeld's John O'Hurley previews this year's National Dog Show. The Intelligence Report with Trish Regan, 2 p.m. ET. Rep. Ron DeSantis of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee on the possibility of a special counsel in the Uranium One investigation. Making Money with Charles Payne, 6 p.m. ET. Rep. Jim Renacci of the House Ways and Means Committee on latest in the quest for tax reform. On Fox News Radio, check out the Fox News Rundown. Fox News Radio's new long-form podcast features insights from top newsmakers, along with reporters and contributors from across all Fox News Channel platforms. All episodes of this podcast can be found at www.foxnewsrundown.com. Want it sent straight to your mobile device? Subscribe through Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Stitcher. The Brian Kilmeade Show, 9 a.m. ET to noon ET. Columnist Jonah Goldberg takes on the hottest political headlines of the day. 1986. The Securities and Exchange Commission imposes a $100 million penalty on inside trader Ivan F. Boesky and bars him from working again in the securities industry. 1969, Apollo 12 blasts off for the moon. 1851, Herman Melville's novel Moby Dick is published in the United States, almost a month after being released in Britain.